Yo, what's good? It's back. The nappy fro is back. But with the fade though, with the fade, you know, with the fade. Ooh, with the fade. Nah, but what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Gen Ono here, back with another video. Oh, you said you like my hair?
No!
Oh, you said you want it back in braid?
Yeah!
Too bad. It's way too much. Now, before this video starts, how you doing? You doing good? That's good. Yeah, so today we're going to be reacting to Young Donnie, the Sauce God. He is one of the greatest when it comes to animated stories, alright? Saw it in my notifications, like, it just uploaded 19 minutes ago. 19 minutes. So, I'm an artist myself if y'all didn't know. You see that Riley picture in the back? I made that.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
That's clean, right? I know. But yeah, let me know how y'all doing in the comments. Any of y'all secret talents? What do y'all have? What do my subscribers have? My 344 people have. If you haven't seen any of my not blown up, but you know, like some of my videos are getting views. They getting up there. One of them got 300, other one got 600, almost 700. But yeah, before the video starts, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I think that's all I got. Yeah. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Explode. Yeah, buddy.
So she's home all day having to deal with this. And if it's one thing that Jamaican women cannot stand, is a weak man. So on one hand, she's sympathizing with me, right? She feels bad that her baby boy is heartbroken over his first real love. But on the other hand, right, she's like, hey, stop, right? Like, get over it. You're 17 and tall. Stop crying.
My church camp girlfriend.
In life, it's important to know who you are and what you bring to the table.
Facts.
Take this YouTube channel, for instance. I know what this is. This isn't Cartoon Network. Okay, I know my animations don't remind you of Rick and Morty, but that's not why you watch, right? Maybe you watch because you relate to my stories. Maybe you think I'm funny. Or maybe you just run this shit in the background like white noise while you play Fortnite. Point is, it all boils down to the fact that you like to hear me talk. And today, I'm here to tell you that you no longer have to wait weeks for a 6-minute video of me talking, because I have just launched a new comedy podcast with one of my good friends. It's hilarious. The first 2 episodes are out. The 3rd episode drops tomorrow. Here's a clip. Take a sample.
Is it simping to have a girlfriend that has OnlyFans? What do you think?
Short answer, no.
Short answer, 100% yes.
Short answer, no, because...
Okay.
So you wouldn't date a girl with OnlyFans? I would if...
Yeah, we're gonna just skip past this, so...
Yeah. Do you remember my ex from high school? That's a shorty from the My Toxic High School Relationship videos, you know. I don't think she with me like that no more, man. Here's why. I think somebody told her about the videos, you know, and without watching them, she just assumed that I was talking shit, you know, because of the title. When in reality, I took the majority of the responsibility for all of the dysfunction that occurred in that relationship. So sometime last year, I shot her a DM, just saying what's up, and she brought up the videos and seemed pretty unhappy about them. So I feel like I should make something abundantly clear. If I didn't make it clear in those videos, I loved this girl. Like a lot. Worst heartbreak of my life, you know, because nothing hurts quite like your first real love. We broke up over the phone. It was a summer break after high school graduation. I was in Jamaica visiting my family right before I went off to college. And bro,
I tasted that
I was depressed, just moping around the house all day. And whenever I go visit my mom in Jamaica, right, she tries to get some time off from work so she can spend some time with me. So she's home all day having to deal with this. And if it's one thing that Jamaican women cannot stand, is a weak man. So on one hand,
relate.
she's sympathizing with me, right? She feels bad that her baby boy is heartbroken over his first real love. But on the other hand, right, she's like, hey, stop, right? Like, get over it. You're 17 and tall. Stop crying. So to help me get over this heartbreak, she signs me up for church camp. Now, understand, my mother took me to church every Sunday until I moved to America at 16 years old. And not
Excuse me?
once in 16 years did she ever consider sending me to church camp. You know? Do you see where I'm going with this? I was being such a bitch about the breakup that my mother was like, this need Jesus. Ain't nothing else gonna help him. So fast forward to the first day of camp, and I get dropped off at the spot where the buses were gonna pick us up and take us to the campsite. And not excited, right? For one, I was going through a phase in my life where I was questioning
Wait.
God. I was saying
Whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't be questioning Jesus, my guy. You gotta keep Jesus in your heart, fam. Don't question Jesus. He created everything. Like, I get on my knees every night and pray. Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that, my guy.
I don't know if I believe in a God in the traditional Judeo-Christian sense of the word, but I'm still like spiritual, you know? I meditate. I was being that Gaylord, you know what I mean? And I also thought just the idea of church camp was lame, right? Like no cool kids are going to church camp at 17, right? So I walk up to the signing table and I'm looking around. And I'm just like, hold on. Man, I'm not even sure if I'm the coolest guy here. Why do all these kids look normal? Everybody there seemed like cool people, right? It was like 60 to 70 of us. Probably 50-50 guys and girls. And everyone's around the same age. So now I'm like nervous because I don't know anybody here and I've never done anything like this. So I'm standing there and then I spot this cute little shorty. She's standing by herself, no one's talking to her. So I'm like, guess who's about to make a friend? So I go over and start talking to her, you know, small talk. And to my surprise, her Jamaican accent was very weak, like mine. Turns out we were both visiting from America and we both lived like 20 minutes apart in Florida. So that was like my in. I found some common ground to stand on. But of course, after I get the balls to go and talk to her, right? Other niggas start trying to squeeze their way into our conversation, right? Because remember, these are young Jamaican men. They ain't just gonna sit back and watch me call dibs on all the cuties, you feel me? So I see what's happening.
Gotta just throw some elbows, my guy. You got.
I wasn't trying to crowd this girl. Even at 17, I knew that. So I go find some other people to talk to. Finally, it's time to get on the buses. I get on, find a seat by the window, and I get comfortable, right? So I'm sitting there, and then Shorty gets on the same bus. She comes down the aisle, stops at my bench, and is like, hey, is it cool if I sit here? So of course, you know, I gotta play cool, right? So I'm like, take a seat. Meanwhile, on the inside, just gave my life back to Jesus. Why? Because obviously, there is a God, and he fucks with your boy. So the bus takes off, and we have like an hour and change to drive to get to the campsite. And the entire time, we're just chopping it up, you know? I'm cracking jokes, she's laughing, and I'm like, okay, I might be in there. So we get to
Like
the campsite
swimwear.
and orientation begins, right? We get a rundown for what we're gonna do on a daily basis, where we can and can't go in our free time, all of that. So the camp lasted about 10 days. And in a nutshell,
10 days.
one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life, right? Not gonna pretend like I became this wholesome church boy after it was done, but it did reopen my mind to the whole God thing in a positive way. And come on, right? A little bit of Jesus ain't never hurt nobody. I mean, sure, there was the whole like crusades thing. That was pretty bad. And then Europeans did use Christianity as a brainwashing tool during the enslavement of black people in America and the Caribbean. And then they did do the thing with the Native American. You know what? My church camp
man was busting
experience
facts.
was
I didn't
pretty
even
good.
know half of
Okay,
that.
that's all I'm trying to say. I made a ton of friends. We played a lot of sports. We did bonfires. It was fun, right? And the entire time, I was still trying to get closer to Shorty. Sometimes we ate lunch together. By the time my game was practically non-existent, right? I've had one serious girlfriend at this point in my life, so I couldn't take a solid temperature read on this girl at all. So for like the first 5 days, right, I hung out with her when it was convenient, and I did it in a way where I tried not to seem like I was trying to be around her. But you know, I'm seeing other dudes trying to talk to her. Also, I realized that I was running out of time. And it got to a point where I was like, if anything is gonna happen, I gotta make a move, and I gotta do it soon. So now it's the next day, right? The 6th day of camp. And that night, we had this little Christian concert thing, right? It was in this concert hall that was like 100 meters from the rest of the campsite. And I say meters because who the knows what 328 feet looks like. So the concert ends, and as we're making our way back up the trail to get back to the dorms, I see Shorty, and she's walking with one of her girlfriends, and I decided that this was the time to pull the trigger. So I walk up to her, you know, I touch her on her hand, and I'm like, hey, can I holler at you real quick? She's like, yeah, what's up? And coincidentally, there was like this little gazebo thing, right, off to the side of the trail, and it had this very dim light keeping it lit, so I knew we could sit there and talk and not be super obvious to everyone, right? And low-key set a mood. So I bring her off to the side, right, we sit in the gazebo, and I'm like, so I'ma just come out and say it, I'm feeling you, and I feel like you're feeling me, but I'm not sure. And this camp is gonna end soon, so I just wanna see what's up, you feel me? And then she kinda like giggles, right? And then she's like, yeah, I like you too. I lean in, and then we kiss. It wasn't long, it wasn't crazy, no tongue, because again, church camp, but that almost made it like nicer, you know? And I was proud of myself for having the balls to do it. Sure, looking back, shit was corny, right? But at 17, I ain't know anything about anything. Although, I swear I was a man. You know, I just pulled the cutest girl at camp. You couldn't tell me, but it could've stopped me. Big bags, I got. And then we spent the last 4 days booed up. You know, dudes was calling her my girlfriend, and I was on top of the world, right? Camp ends, and we take the bus back to Kingston, where we first got picked up. Everyone got back their phones, which they took from us, by the way, and then I go find Shorty to get her number, because I'm like, oh, this is my girlfriend now, you know? She gives me her number, but she tells me that it's for the house phone of like her aunt's house where she's staying, and then she tells me that she's gonna get a Jamaican phone soon, and when she does, she'll text me. But in the meantime, I should call the house phone. So we exchange numbers, my mom picks me up, and she's amazed, by the way, in how little over a week I went from being depressed to just radiating joy. So I get home, I turn on my new gospel rap that I got put onto. It was Lecrae and Andy Mineo, and I'm just so happy, bro, right? So I let a couple days go by, and I'm like, okay, time to call Shorty, right? I find the number she gave me, and I call it. It rings, keeps ringing, then I get hit with the person you're trying to reach isn't available message. You know, no option to leave a voicemail. So I'm like, okay, cool. Try again tomorrow. Same thing happens. Try again one more time the next day, nothing. And then I start to think, oh wow, I'm never gonna hear from this girl ever again. But we only kissed like a handful of times, and we only knew each other for like a week, right? So I wasn't heartbroken, but I was bummed, right? Maybe a couple more days pass, and then out of the blue, I get a text. Guess who? Shorty got her Jamaican phone. And long story short, we end up trying to do the whole long distance thing. You know, she goes off to college in Florida, I go to college in California, and as many of you may have guessed, that don't work. So after maybe like a couple of weeks of us being at our new colleges, starting our new lives as young adults, we mutually agree to go our separate ways. And I was very okay with it, you know? And at that point, something occurred to me, you know? I realized that I was no longer sad about my ex from high school. And I was now single, happy, and starting college in California. Moral of the story, right? Sometimes people will come into your life at what seems like the perfect time. And while they're here, it's great. But not everyone is meant to stay in your life. And when it's time for them to go, let them go freely. And instead of being sad that you're gone, be grateful for whatever blessings they brought you while they were here.
Workout. And,
I was one of the roommates.
like I was saying.
That was beautiful. Hey, you need to chill, bruh. You need to chill. Did you catch that? Yeah. Hey, delete that. Delete that right now. But yeah, guys, that was today's video. Young Don the Sauce God is one of the best in the game when it comes to these animations. So, if you like what you saw today, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, more skits will be coming. This isn't gonna just be a reaction channel now. I mean, I've been thinking about it, but I'm gonna just experiment with everything I'm doing. Since I'm starting to build a little bit of a community, you feel me? I'm getting subscribers daily. Now I'm getting like a subscriber a day, but that's some change. I take change. I put that in my piggy bank. You see this? You see this? Full with change. I'll take all the change. Like, come on now. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a cooking with Uno. I'm not gonna tell y'all the meal. It's something special though. It's gonna be nice and delicious. I already whipped it up. I'm gonna be filming that probably like tomorrow or something. I'm gonna upload it next day.
Care.
Oh, you don't care? You know what? Y'all gonna just have to see it. But anyways, that was the video for today, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, on our way to like 400. you know. Love you guys. Did I not say that? Did I not say that? Love y'all.